Hello loves, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be having a conversation and I'm going to be sharing some resources for you guys that you guys might want. The reason why I'm making this video, and I know I'm like in my living room, and it's because I kind of noticed that something was happening with a post that I had made, which was the African herbalism book recommendation. It is being suppressed by every single platform that have put it on. Like, the algorithm does not want to push it at all. Even if people are sharing it and reposting it, like, it's not like something is built into these platforms that is like, nope, we're not going to share that information. So I wanted to make a YouTube video for the algorithm of YouTube to, if somebody's trying to look up in the search bar, like, hey, I'm looking for these type of resources, I want the video to at least have some sort of, standing there. So this is meant to live on the page. Okay. It's just really frustrating because I want to share this with you guys. This information is really, really important. And the ancestors wanted me to share it. They wanted me to share the video. So that's why I'm like, I have to get this video out there. And that's why I posted it. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys like have this knowledge because that's really important. Also, by the way, you may or may not see Nyla. She's hella scratching me up right now, which is, by the way, no, I am not self-harming. I just got a new kitten and she is in a battle and in love with my arm. So it is what it is. Anyway, with that being said, here's the list of African herbalism books that I recommend. When it comes to this list, I really tried to make sure that one, it was accessible, like you were able to purchase it online. When it comes to the prices, when it comes to herbalism books, they tend to range in textbook prices because a lot of herbalism books are technically and can be used in the classroom, and can be considered textbooks as well. So the prices range. This list ranges from anywhere from $20, especially for, if I'm not mistaken, one of the Egyptian ones is definitely around the $20 range. And then the other ones range anywhere from $50 to about $150. Keep in mind, it was published in Africa. Keep in mind, that it's coming in to you wherever you're buying it from. It might have to get imported or mailed to you. So keep that in mind as well. But I try to make sure that they're all accessible. Like, nothing is like, I'm recommending it and then you can't get it. You can't possibly attain it, right? I also try to make sure that they had pictures or illustrations so that way you guys can see what plants are being talked about. So if you go to like the African market or something like that in the States and you're trying to figure out what these herbs do, you have book resources to be able to check what they do. Okay, this is one of the other reasons, this part of this from my heart is like, in spirit, it's like that people need the information, people need the resource. So as an herbalist, I want you guys know this channel is about education, and I want you guys to be well educated. I want you guys to have resources, which is why we talk about it a lot. And you guys know I'm a Ravenclaw. I'm a huge ass nerd. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this list. So first is the healing plant of Nigeria. This is a really good one. Highly recommend. Also, I forgot to mention a lot of these books also, because they have a lot of tribal information. Obviously, it's Africa. So traditionally, a lot of the knowledge of plants were passed down through the different tribes and tribal nations in Africa. So you're going to have a lot of that background, including some of the spiritual ones. Some of the books do have a spiritual background of how things were used. So keep that in mind. It's not just, oh, this plant is good for cancer or whatever. It's also it's a spiritual context in there as well, which is why I think these resources are so important. Okay, hold on, Nyla's about to jump. Anyway, the next one is a guide to medicinal plants of North Africa. I wanted to also make sure that the list of books covered the whole continent for the majority, and I also try to look at specific countries that tend to be relatively talked about a lot, and I was hoping that publishing wise, that there would be a lot of resources for that. So I was looking at different countries and areas, which is why Egypt has 2 books on this list. But it's specifically, sorry, Nyla is just backing it up on the camera. So Egypt does have 2 resources for this list as well. But North Africa is part of North Africa, so obviously that also applies to North Africa. But one of the other ones that I also looked at was common medicinal plants of Ghana. So I wanted, again, I was looking at also, I was trying to find specific countries and hoping that there would be published works for medicinal works that, you know, I could share with you guys, and I could double check and see, okay, these are like really good resources, and I could definitely, you know, share it. They also have the scientific information for each plant, which is why it's another beneficial part of it. This is why I'm saying it's like it reads like a textbook, but it also has, you know, it talks, some of the books talk in a spiritual context as well. Then we have the handbook of African medicinal plants. Okay, this one's really good. Love this one. It tries to cover generally the whole continent, but obviously it's not gonna, it's, and it says it in the book, it's like, it's a continent. We're not going to get to cover every single area, but they do have a lot of information. So I do recommend that one. That one's a good one. We do have the healing power of ancient Egyptian herbs and an ancient Egyptian herbal. Both of these talk about the plant medicine that had been used in ancient Kemet, and specifically a lot of the plant medicine is also carried over into today. So, you know, but it also talks in a spiritual context as well, so keep that in mind. Then we have medicinal plants of South Africa, because again, I wanted to cover the range of areas. And the last one is medicinal plants of East Africa, so that way you have, like, you know, if you're looking at the continent, we're covering a lot of different areas. Obviously, you know, if I find more books and if I find more resources that I'm like, oh my God, I should recommend this, I will, you know, make another video, make another list. So you guys have that, because I do think that is important to share and for you guys to have that knowledge. I will continue to share that, but I just wanted to make this video so you could just live on the page, live, you know, in the YouTube algorithm, and hopefully I set the prayer and the intention that whoever needs to receive this medicine, whoever, especially because we do have African herbalists, right? We do have people who want to practice herbalism through a whole entire different perspective, through a different kind of lens. And so because a lot of the herbalism books that we have today are very much written by non-people of color, it's important to uplift these books and make sure that we're looking at our medicine through the ancestral lens. So I did want to share this. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. Please make sure you share, you boost, you know, send it to your friend. This video is important. The resources are important, especially if you know someone who's getting into herbalism, but wants that background of having that ancestral knowledge. Super, super important. So hopefully it gets to who it needs to get to. I pray that it gets to who it needs to get to, but I hope that you guys can understand my frustration with making this video, because literally every single platform is trying to silence the resources. Like, I tried posting it on all of the platforms that I have, and it's just like, no, we're not pushing it. Only a couple hundred people are going to see it. Meanwhile, I have almost 100,000 people following me on TikTok. Please. And people are reposting it, but it's just staying in this kind of like neutral place. So it's crazy how the algorithm is like, no, you don't need to know. So please get, you know, make sure you're sharing, make sure you like, please interact with this video, comment, even if it's just an emoji or something, so that way the algorithm can, you know, push it through to whoever needs to get it. Make sure you hit a like. Thank you so much for, you know, hearing my rant. I'm sorry that I'm not looking super cute. I'm just looking Leo, natural cuteness. Okay, I'm sorry I don't have my whole things on, because, you know, it's early in the day. But yeah, I love you guys. I will see y'all later for the weekly healing circle, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out the link below. Don't forget to get your tickets for the lunar eclipse ceremony that we're going to be having. I love you guys so much. Have a blessed day.